Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on another video. Today we're going to take a look at two awesome vintage collection figures, Migs Mayfield and Din Djarin Morak. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing great out there. Today we're going to take a look at two awesome looking vintage collection figures. They're pretty much the same except for they have different head sculpts from the different characters. So these are from the episode in season 2, The Believer. One of my favorite episodes from The Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, that episode was really cool with those juggernauts and the whole heist kind of feel to it.
Yeah, the episode was pretty epic. I really like it. It's, featured the return of Migs Mayfield and really, gave that character a lot more depth and added a lot of story to his background and stuff. So it was a really cool episode. Okay, before we get started with the unboxings, let's take a closer look at each card. First, we'll take a look at Din Djarin. Really cool card back. I like this image taken from that episode. And there's a closer look up at the figure.
See, there's a bit of, damage on the card here from whenever they were in the case, I guess.
Yeah, we've noticed that on several figures here lately, that the bubble, as you can see, they're packed in the case. They would be packed in the case like this, sandwiched together. So that bubble from the other figure is rubbing on the image there. And let's see if the camera's picking that up. So you can see that's the outline of the bubble. And I've really never noticed that too much before, but it's been evident here lately. I don't know what the deal is with the plastic, or the plastic changed or something, or it's more abrasive. But Hasbro, maybe they should put like some wax paper in between these figures to keep them from rubbing on each other. Let us know down in the comments below if you've seen this on the card backs, where this bubble from the other figures is rubbing against the image card back from the opposite, figure. All right, so let's take a look at the back. The card back features the latest wave that should be in stores now. Actually, we just saw this wave at Walmart tonight, this complete wave. Even though we picked this figure up at Miso's, the previous video we did is a toy hunt at Miso's, and this is where we found Din Djarin at.
Yeah, if you want to go watch our video on that toy hunt, there will be a card in the corner right now of the Miso's toy hunt. Go check out their website as well, and if you're in the area, go check out their store. We'll leave a link to their website in the description below.
Yeah, pretty awesome store. All right, so next up we'll look at Migs Mayfield. His card back is in a lot better shape, or at least doesn't have that rub mark going on. Of course, he's from the previous wave that was that hit back, I want to say early summer.
Yeah, and it's a little hard to tell on camera, but if you look at the image, the figure in the image of the back of the card back is the variant version with the red arm.
So here in the U.S., this figure is a Target exclusive, and some of them were made mistakenly with Din Djarin's red arm right here. And I think most of them were, if you ordered on this figure online, if you pre-ordered it, you got the red arm. In stores, they were correct. I never saw the red arm except for once, and the figure had a big return sticker on the front of the card. So it was somebody who ordered it and returned it to the store, and then the store put it on the shelf. So the only time I saw that was that one time. The regular stock of figures, and they had pegs of these, all of them were with the green arm. None of them had the red band that that went on the Din Djarin figure. So pretty interesting. I was hoping to kind of find one, just to have one of each for the collection, but we weren't lucky enough to pick one up. I could have got the one with the big sticker on it, but I figured if I ripped the sticker off, it'd probably ruin the card. It was a big barcode sticker. So unfortunately, when they do those returns, they just slap those stickers on them for some reason. And I didn't want to risk paying that price and then the card be ruined. All right, so let's get into unboxing these. We're going to take turns. Alex is going to go first, and he's going to do Din Djarin.
All right, so here we have Din Djarin out of the blister pack, and I think he looks pretty cool. And you know, this figure is very, very detailed. This figure is really nice, actually. The paint applications are very, very, very cool, and the just molding on it and stuff is very nice. And the head sculpt looks really, really nice. The likeness to Pedro Pascal there is very good. I can actually see him in there, right there. He does come with 2 accessories, his helmet and then the blaster pistol that he comes with. So yeah, I think this figure is very nice.
Yeah, I love the detailing on this figure, and also the different shades of green really make this figure pop. You know, you have the arms, the forearms are a different color, and they match like the little skirt hammock thing that he's wearing, and it looks really good. It really goes together really well.
Yeah.
And the molding is just excellent. I mean, there's a lot of details in that molding. The leg wrinkles, the boot straps. I mean, there's just a lot of details in this figure. I'm really surprised by it. And I gotta say, even though we don't have the Black Series versions of these figures, from just what I've seen, the pictures and stuff, these look a lot better detailed and molded than the Black Series figures, I believe.
I gotta say, I do think that this figure is a bit small. I feel like it's supposed to be 3.75 inch, but I feel like it's supposed to be a lot, or not a lot, but just a tiny bit bigger scale. And you can kind of see that when I put the helmet on. Yeah, the helmet kind of looks a bit oversized there. It's not too bad, but it's definitely noticeable from up close. But you know, far away at first glance, you're not gonna really notice it. But yeah, I mean, overlarge helmets is something that has a problem that Hasbro's had for years now, and I'm just kind of surprised that it's on such a new figure. But other than that, this figure is like really, really good. The paint applications on this is very nice. And here is a close-up of that head sculpt. The likeness to Pedro Pascal is very nice here with the photoreal technology that they've been doing for a while now. And the hair looks really nice. The detailing in the hair. The hair is a bit like smashed down there on the front, which is to help the helmet fit on better.
Yeah, the hair looks like a separate molded piece to me.
Yeah, it does kind of. I'm sure they've done that on other figures before in the past. Yeah, that is a very nice head sculpt. And here's the figure in an action pose here, kind of like whenever he's climbed on top of the Juggernaut and he's, shooting those pirates, trying to keep his helmet on so nobody can see his face. Yeah, this figure is very nice.
All right, so next up, we're going to take a look at Migs Mayfield. All right, so we got Migs Mayfield unboxed, and basically you have the same figure. Everything is pretty much identical, except for, of course, the head sculpt. And same accessories, same helmet, and same pistol.
Yeah, even the paint applications are the exact same on this figure and that figure.
Yeah, we'll do a little comparison in just a second, but first let's take a close look at the head sculpt. So here you can see what an excellent sculpt of Bill Burr. I mean, that is dead on Bill Burr, I think.
Yeah.
So they did a good job. They did a nice job with the beard too. So yeah. I'm really impressed with this at this scale. I mean, that is just amazing. Very nice. And then we'll just take a look down the figure real close, and you can see the details of the paint apps and molding.
Very nice.
All right, so here you can see both figures together, and yeah, pretty much the same paint apps on both figures, especially on the chest armor. Going down the figure, now on the shin guards, I think Migs Mayfield has more white spray or white, kind of like a dusting on his shin guards and feet than Din Djarin does, so that's kind of cool. It kind of changes it up a little bit.
Yeah. But if you look at like the chest armor, it is completely the exact same, it looks like.
So here you can see the helmets have the same paint apps also. Din Djarin's look a little darker than Migs Mayfield's, but yeah, with the helmets on, this figure makes a really cool army builder also.
Yeah.
For Imperial vehicle drivers or Juggernaut drivers.
Here we have the Imperial hover tank pilot, which is a very similar figure, especially in terms of the helmet. I think the helmet is identical in terms of design, but the sculpting is different for the helmet. This figure came back all the way out in like what, 2016 would it be? 2017?
Yeah.
Or no. It'd be 2018 sometime, because that was when the Vintage Collection came back.
Yeah, that's right.
I was thinking 2016 because that's when Rogue One came out. That's what this figure is from. But yeah, very similar design with this figure here. There is, quite a few differences, but the legs and the helmet is pretty much the same. In terms of sculpt, I don't think they're the same, though. They're just, the same design. And then the hover tank pilot has kind of more, I feel like more armor close that would be close to like a stormtrooper or like a shore trooper or something, while the hover tank pilots or the Juggernaut pilots, which would be Din Djarin and Migs Mayfield, have more of like a Imperial officer kind of armor on them.
We're going to rate both these figures together since they're basically the same figure, and the only difference is the head sculpts, which are both excellent. Alex, what do you think about both of these figures?
I think I'll give both these figures a 10 out of 10. There isn't really anything wrong with these figures. I think they look pretty much perfect, aside from the fact that the helmet is a bit too big on them. But, it's just a small little error, that they will fix in the future. And, other than that, there's nothing really wrong with this figure other than, like I feel like the paint applications, like the dirt and stuff, could have been different on the two figures. I feel like that would have cost them a bit more to make the figures, having to have like a variation of print on there, on the armor, on the plastic. But yeah, other than those things, I think these figures are really good, really nice army building figures. And if you can find, a bunch of them all in one place, then it's really nice to have. And there's collectible variants like with the Migs Mayfield with the red arm. Very, very cool.
Yeah, I agree. I want to go 5 stars with both of these figures. I'm really, really surprised how well detailed these figures are for the Vintage Collection. And I mean, the Vintage Collection is always pretty well detailed, but just getting this detail and this scale is just amazing, especially with those head sculpts and the likeness to the actors. I'm just blown away because from what I've seen, this is better than the Black Series figures. And yeah, the figures are just awesome. The paint apps and everything are pretty cool. Like Alex said, the helmets are a bit oversized, but it's not terrible like with some of the past clone troopers. But yeah, I really enjoy these figures, and these figures will make a nice addition to our ships, our Boba Fett ship, and the Razor Crest. Alright guys, thank you for joining us on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And leave us a comment down below. Tell us what you think about Migs Mayfield and Din Djarin, the new Vintage Collection figures. Also, we have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up. As soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away 2 figures So please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Help us get to that number, and we'll do this awesome giveaway. We're also going to be giving away some TVC figures to be announced later. Once again, thank you for joining us. Alex, take us out.
May the force be with you always, and this is the way.